have given hundreds of interviews. At the same time, I have also taken hundreds of interviews. And this is the common pattern that I found out. Even before you have given your technical round, even before you have shown that you have actually what it takes to get hired, you have shown your technical knowledge, the judgment has already started. All of those are taken care of, or all of those are noticed in the interview. Do you know why you are not getting hired in most of the companies where you apply? Or even when it feels that the interview went really well, you have answered most of the question and the technical round also went really well, still you don't hear back from the company. Why does it happen? Let's figure it out. First, why you should listen to me. Hello, I am Shubhajit Ghosh. I am a full stack software engineer with more than 6 years of experience. And in my whole 6 years of journey, I have given hundreds of interviews. At the same time, I have also taken hundreds of interviews. And this is the common pattern that I found out in all of the different interviews that I have given, as well as the interviews that I have taken. First things first, which is even before you have given your technical round, even before you have shown that you have actually what it takes to get hired, you have shown your technical knowledge, the judgment has already started. It's not that people are waiting for you to actually show what you can and then they will think whether to hire you or not. From the moment you have joined that meeting, from the moment you have given the first foot in that interview room, the judgment has already started. And the first thing that we should keep in mind, or you as an employee should keep in mind, is body language, confidence matters a lot. This is what I have seen in a lot of interview, is the first time when you apply for something, or the first moment when you get in contact with the interviewer, if the way you speak, the way you express yourself, the way you carry yourself is sloppy, it's not good, it doesn't radiate confidence, there is a very high chance you are not gonna go to the second round. And the simple reason for that is you are not gonna make an impression. The key point that you need to keep in mind is, at the end of the day, most of the interviewers are taking 10, 20, 50, hundreds of interviews. If it is big companies, then people are going through literally hundreds and thousands of applications a day. So what is that key factor that will actually make you stand out of all of the applications? It's not that you have a wonderful knowledge. The reason is because there will be hundreds who have even better knowledge than you, or have equivalent experience, equivalent knowledge. So what is it that makes you stand out? Impression. At the end of the day, or let's say I need to take 100 interviews today, and tomorrow I'm going to make a decision, or day after tomorrow I'm going to make a decision who to hire. Who do you think I'm going to rely? The person who made the best impression in my head. The person who I still remember after one day or after 2 days. That is the person that I'm going to mostly hire, right? And obviously it's not just about knowledge. It's a combination of things. How you came, how you greeted me, how you answered all of my question, how you carried yourself. If it is a face-to-face interview, then how you carried yourself. What was your body language when I asked you different sorts of questions? How you reacted? Were you very nervous? Or even when you were nervous, did you manage really well? All of those are taken care of, or all of those are noticed in the interview. Even if when we don't realize it, or even if we think that we are doing fine, we are actually subconsciously making a lot of these mistakes that we don't take into consideration. Now, the question is, now that we know that this impression matters a lot, that along with the knowledge, along with making the technical part or everything, the actual knowledge part really good, we will also have to make a really good impression to the interviewer to make sure that we are actually getting hired. What is that thing we need to do to make sure that we actually are able to create that impression? One single thing. You need to make sure that you are not desperate. You need to make sure that you take it as normal as possible. Easier said than done, right? Well, I can guarantee that I also felt the same. But once you understand a simple truth, it will be so much easier to you. And that simple truth is, it's not guaranteed that you will get the job either way. That is what you need to keep in mind. Most of the people, when they come in interview, they think that, okay, I have to get this job and I have to do everything in my power. So there is that have to factor, right? So you're thinking that you have already a lot of burden to get this job. But the thing that you need to keep in mind, there is no guarantee you will get this job. And there is also no guarantee that this job is best for you. So why are you taking so much anxiety? Why are you taking so much depression, or why are you taking so much pressure on yourself to excel in this interview, to prove yourself? And okay, let me rephrase it. Even when you are trying to prove yourself, just by showing your insecurities or just by taking a lot of pressure on your head, you are not only like, it's not that you are giving a good performance, you are actually deteriorating. You are actually hurting your own performance by taking a lot of excessive pressure. So there is no point to take it, right? The way I see it, in the beginning, when I was desperate for job, when I really needed the money, I used to give a lot of interviews, and that is when I gave most of my interviews. 50, 100, 20 interview, 200 companies I applied. Out of that, maybe I will get 20, 30 interviews, and in most of the interviews I was really dead serious that okay, this is my last chance. If I don't do, then that's all, that's finished. And that fear, that anxiety actually made it worse. My interviews were full of nervousness. My answers were stuttering a lot. But then after I got first job, second job, and I started giving more and more interviews, and also at the same time when I started taking a lot of interviews after becoming a senior, the one thing that I understood is, think of it as the normal conversation that you are having with your friend. When you enter that room, when you start having a conversation, or when you start your interview, do not think that you are here to impress somebody. Do not think that you are here to show your best or something like that. Because I have seen a lot of interviewers, I have seen a lot of HRs say that try to sell yourself. I don't agree with that statement 100%. I'm saying 100%. The reason is, yes, you are there to sell yourself. You are there to show the best of yourself, but don't sugarcoat it. There is no need to take the pressure that you have to prove yourself. No, you don't. Let's be honest. Do you think that you will be able to sell yourself if the quality of yourself is not that good? Will you be able to sell a product if the product itself is bad? No, right? But if you know the product is good, then in that case you don't have to sugarcoat it. You can simply describe it normally. You can simply go with the flow, and truth will reveal itself. It will get proven by itself. Think about it. If you think that you are really prepared for the job, if you have good knowledge, if you have good experience, if you have done all of your homework, then when you come to one of your friend and your friend asks something, do you take the pressure? Do you take unnecessary pressure? Do you get depressed? No, right? You simply normally answer. If you have the knowledge, you say yes and you explain. If you don't have the answer, you say no, I don't know. Maybe let me look it up. The same, I think, works the best for interviews. Instead of trying to prove that I am going to sell myself, and that is why I am trying a lot of different ways to say different sorts of answer, to say one thing in 5 different ways in 5 different companies. I think that gets really bothersome for me. I know that I may be contradicting a lot of HRs. I know maybe I am contradicting a lot of senior members, but I think this is the truth that I found out. That is, once I started trying to prove myself in different companies to different interviewers, the one thing that kept on going in my head is I need to prepare differently for every single one of them. I need to make sure that I please how the interviewer is asking me question, if they have some sort of preference or not, how will I be able to structure the question. I needed to think this a lot. But this didn't work for me at all. This selling myself thing didn't work for me at all. The thing that did work for me is honesty. When I went in the interview room, the most feedback that I got, or the best positive thing that I got out of interview, was when I was honest with myself as well as with the interviewer. I was confident because I was not demanding this, that, or I was not having this pressure, unnecessary pressure on my head that I need to crack this. The only thing that was going on in my head is I'll do my best, forget about rest of it. Just give the best. And then after that, whether they hire, they don't hire, we will see later on. So when I gave all of the interviews, the single thing that was going on in my head is, whenever at any point of time when an interviewer asked me a question, how did I experience this? If it is a developer-based question that, okay, how did you solve this or something like that, then obviously I recalled one of the past examples, and instead of making it or twisting it, I simply gave the actual facts. straightforward, no sugarcoating, nothing. And at the same time, if let's say it is related to some sort of comprehensive problem where they are not looking to verify your knowledge, but they are more actually inclined towards knowing how you are as a developer, I just gave them the straight answer out of my heart. I felt really relief that I didn't have to make up anything. I didn't really have to create something out of the blue, out of empty space. That was not actually the truth. Maybe there was some truth, some not. I didn't have to take any of those into account. The only thing that I cared about is, let's be honest and give the actual 100% truth. If I get hired in that way, perfectly fine. If I don't, I don't. And I feel this is what missing. This is what is missing in a lot of candidates. Obviously, I will say this as well. Try with your own personal interview style, because I have seen that this particular style, being honest, some people really don't agree with it, and some people don't feel that this is correct, because if they try to be honest, then they become very nervous, or they think that, okay, how much I will share, what should I share, whether I should share some personal details or not. So try it with yourself, with your next interviews and all, and see where you get the most, feedback, or where you get the best result. If you think this is working for you, then by any means, go ahead. Be confident. Instead of thinking that how will you make sure everybody else is pleased by you, or how you will make sure that everybody likes you. Instead of that, just think, how will you be pleased with yourself? If you were taking this interview, will you be pleased with yourself? Will you be happy with the way you are giving the interview? If that is what you are aiming for, I feel that is more than sufficient. At least that worked for me. So with this, I will say to all of my developer friends, don't blindly follow all of the advice which is there in the internet. Because yes, I'm not saying all of the advices are bad. No, by no means. What I'm saying is, there is no advice which is one thing fits for all. It is personalized, and for person to person, for developer to developer, it will vary. So you will have to figure out what is the sweet spot for you, what works best for you. And I am here just giving you my perspective, what worked for me. So maybe take this perspective, try out in different sorts of interviews, apply it in some sort of other companies, and figure it out yourself if this is what actually better works for you, rather than just trying to go ahead and just aiming to get the job. Instead of aiming to get the job, try to be the best version of yourself. If you are actually good enough, you will get the job. There is nothing to worry about it. If you have any questions related to this, please let me know in the comment section. And if you like the content, then please subscribe to my channel. It really helps me a lot. Till the next video, thanks.